Good morning, Parks-to-Radiosport fans. This is KA3DRR, and I am here on the Carrizo Plain National Monument, US-4541, for the CQ Worldwide DX CW contest today. And I just wanted to give you a look-see of my location. This is my QTH for this afternoon, and I'm looking west into the Caliente range, and I'm going to be looking towards the east. This is our east look right now. I am at the trailhead, and we need to haul our equipment up that trail to the top of that hill. And so what I want to do is I want to show you how it's done. And right now I've got my truck bed loaded with equipment. I need to pull out the wagon that I'm going to be using to haul the equipment with. The plan is to do this in 2 stages. I'm going to get the tent and the antenna and a few other items into my handy dandy wagon here, and I'll haul it up. It's not even a haul, it's going to be like a Sherpa, the equipment to the operating location for today's effort on Parks-to-Radiosport. Right now the temperature is in the high 30s, which for California, this is pleasant weather on a late November day, and we're pretty stoked about it. It's probably going to be in the mid 60s later, which is very comfortable, and not too hot, not too cold. Here we go. Gonna open up our wagon. Now, this particular unit is a C-key and is capable of hauling upwards of 400 pounds, and that's a pretty heavy load. And here's our base. Get there, set up. There's how things look. And our first stage, I gave this some thought. At the first stage, I want to get the antennas, or not antennas, the antenna. I'm using a vertical dipole. It's a DXE Transworld 210 Lima Papa. It's a multi-band vertical dipole, which I am happy to say very, very pleased with. I've been operating with this antenna system now for a few years, and I have been more than happily pleased with the performance of the antenna and the ease of which you can put the antenna together and be on the air. It happens very quickly. So as you can note, I do have room for maybe another item or two. This is my tote. The station is in this tote. I'd say roughly probably about 50 pounds inside this particular tote. And that would take, I made the decision to get this wagon a long time ago for situations like this out here in California. Typically our trailheads are pretty barren. We don't have many like tables or picnic tables and overhangs for operating. So you have to basically bring your equipment and some shelter. And in this case, I've brought my own shelter. We'll get to see how that's set up a little bit later. There we go. There we go. Say hello. Say good morning. This is the KA3DRR experience coming at you from Carrizo Plain National Monument, US-4541. Right on. All right. So now here's the inside of the rig. My 500-watt power pack. And inside this Pelican case is Starlink. So today we're going to set up Starlink, and we're gonna test that out. I'm sure it's gonna work fine, but you know, it's technology, and technology can be quirky. I'm gonna leave some of the other few things in here. I got might as well get that put in the bed. Let's see, we've got the solar panel. Of course, this is my operating chair, okay? So it's not necessarily the most comfortable chair in the world, but it's practical and gets the job done. And here is my solar panel, Bioenno BSP 180 light, the 180 light, 180 watts of self-sufficient energy that'll be drawing from the sun through the day, and that'll be continuous charge on my 20 amp Bioenergy LifePo battery. And here we go, lock that down, put that, of course you want a secure vehicle. We have a little bit of a draft that's not unexpected, but it's quite comfortable, especially when you're out moving about, setting up your station. So we got that. As you can see, one trip, yes, but boy, that's it's extra work. So we'll do two loads. I think that's the best way to do this. And this is the second time that I've been up here on this. I've operated from US-4541 multiple times. It's my second park that's nearing a kilo. Today the goal is as many countries and as zones that we could put in the log between the time of activation, and I'll probably wrap up around 3:30 this afternoon, because I got to I'll of course tear this all down, transport it, load it, and then I have a 90-minute drive back to civilization from here. Okay, so here we are, and this feels this feels light, very controllable. You can see the struts. The wagon itself is a sturdy construction and quite capable of negotiating this type of trail system. So now this is the Sherpa part, and this is all guts and grit here. And many of you know, and you've been out there in the field, that you've got to want it. So what we do when you have to approach a place like a situation like this, you know, you just take it one step at a time. And I don't want to think too much of the end goal here. I just want to get up the mountain, so to speak, and make this climb to the operating location. And the definitely this soil, this adobe soil, the wheels are doing a great job. And when we get up there, we'll take a little break and catch a breath, because I'm starting to feel it. Of course, gravity. Here we go. And now, what we can do, work backwards. 2. You can see the wheels look like a Mars rover. Almost. And of course, the weight. But that's not too bad. Take a break. Yeah. Almost, folks. Almost. Put on the brakes, right? Don't want that work sailing downwind, back down the hill. But here's my look. Here's my view, and it's worth it. In Parks-to-Radiosport, today is DX, and the secret sauce in ham radio is one's antenna system. And antennas, as we start making the descent to the bottom of cycle 25, will have an important role in the success of one's amateur radio station. The key is the antenna. Good radio helps significantly. It's the antenna that does the listening, and then followed by the receiver, of course. But we want A, a good antenna, and B, a good to great radio. And today, the specs on the receiver. It is the receiver that counts. All right, I got my breath. This is the last climb. It's not too bad, actually. You think, but it's not bad. It's not like, you got to think of it as a workout, you know? And of course, the pebbles, I think I got a little slower, allows the wheels to negotiate. And I think at this particular pace, I'm going to get up this incline pretty quickly. Just take my time, you know. Yeah, look at, we're almost there already. And it's a little bit of a grade right here. It is a pretty good grade right here. And I'm feeling it. So let's do, I gotta change arms too. Yeah, we're almost there. Gravity is really fight. Look at that. Almost, folks. Yeah. Almost. But this is the lighter load, and the heavy one is coming with the station. It feels it. Almost. Almost. See? And looks like we've had people, oh yeah. Okay. Here's the end in sight. Not bad. It's not bad.